Hi there, Will. Hope you're doing well, and looking forward to getting you back in the studio next month. This is your video lesson for today. Just a heads up, real quick. I think I told you already, but I remember that studio spring break is next Monday, so I'll see you the first week of the first week of April. Looking forward to get you in here again. So there are three things I want to talk about. I'll go down the list. If you have any questions on anything that I talk about, feel free to shoot me a message back. I'd be more happy to look at anything for you. So I got a bit of a cold today, so. And it's a good thing we're doing a video lesson. Anyway, so you asked me to talk about the magic triangle, so I'll go over that first and how it relates to power chords. So basically the magic triangle is just a nice way of kind of viewing, of finding notes across the fretboard using using octaves. So for example, if I go to root 6 right here, remember root 6 meaning the 6th string of the guitar, I find the G right here, which is on the 3rd fret, because E, F, F sharp, G, right? And if I go down 2 strings and over 2 frets, that gives me the octave. Because you have students memorize the notes on string 5 and string 6, and they go, okay, well, how do you find the notes on string 4? And this is the way you do it. They're one of the ways. And the other thing I always get asked is like, well, why is it important to know the notes on string 4 anyway, like, or string 3? Since if you can find the chords on strings 6 and 5, you should be good. You shouldn't need to know the strings 4 and 3. But in reality, though, eventually what's going to happen is you're going to start finding, like say, jazz chords, like this chord right here. And this one, the third is in the root, so it's in 6/5 inversion, and the root is right there on the 3rd string. So if a student doesn't know the notes on the 3rd string, you go, okay, now that you know that's an A right there, right? Find me C. If they don't know the notes on the 3rd string, then it's gonna take them forever to find stuff. There she is. Right. So that's one of the reasons why it's important to know the notes on 4 and 3 if you get asked that question. Other thing too is that when you improvise, say if I'm playing over top of a G chord, right? If I'm soloing, I need to know where that G is, because if I'm targeting G's over top of a G chord, I need to know where the G is on those strings. So it's for targeting tones for soloing and then knowing your chords and things like that. And for just general identification. All right, but going back to what we're here for, is you got your octave box, and that works all over the neck, or as it works all over the root 6 and root 5. And then go, okay, how does that relate to what we've already learned? If you look, say, the first chord in Smoke on the Water, right? Right, or the verse picking part. If you look at that right there, it's just a power chord with an added octave on top. So it'd be good for students to know that, hey, wait a minute, if I have a power chord and if I throw my pinky on top of that power chord, all of a sudden I have a full power chord, and it works because that note's an octave, and it's okay to have a double a note in a chord, and it won't change the name or anything like that, other than like how I classify as partial or full power chords. With the next step in Magic Triangle is after a student can do all this, after a student can do root 6 and root 5, part 1 do well, the next step would be root 6. And root 6 you would do, if I start here on A, on the 5th fret, 6th string, I have A, and then since this string is E and this string is E here, it's just simply on the same fret. So have the student get good at the root 6 full magic triangle. And the root 5 I would wait a little bit, because there is a little bit of there's a little bit of a jump right there. There are some shortcuts you can do to learn that, but we'll talk about that next time you're in the studio. So taking that information and giving you something new with it, you mentioned that you were getting with the Weezer down, the Weezer tune pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of Green Day, because that seems like the fitting thing to do. First chord in here, we have an F sharp 5 power chord, root 6. So the song is usually played, excuse me, usually I like to teach this song is like this. This is the main riff. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to play these power chords as full power chords and get the octave in there. So you have F sharp 5, down 2 strings over 2 frets. That gives you this octave box shape right here. Or so you do the full power chord. and then I go up here to the next chord, it'd be C sharp 5, root 5, but with as a full power chord, and then up to a D sharp 5 or E flat. For you, I'll call it E flat. So you have G flat, and you have B flat, and then E flat feels better than saying D sharp to me for some reason, and then down to B, and then the reason why I kind of go back and forth on what to call these chords is because I have a sneaking suspicion that they are put in E flat tuning, which means they tune all their strings down 1 fret or 1/2 step. When you're in the studio next time, what we'll do is we'll do a E flat tuning day, and we'll tune our guitars down E flat, and I'll give you a song that's in that tuning. Going back to the riff, F sharp 5, down, 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 up. C sharp 5, down, 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 or D flat, whatever we'll call it. And then E flat, 2 hits, down, down, and then down to the B5, down, 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 up. So slow, gentleman's pace. And that's a lot of the song. And then you get to the chorus, which is an A flat to a B, A flat, root 6 to a B. Those are a steady 8th note strum. So down, 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 down. Oh, sorry. Down, 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 down. It sounds heavier when you do them downs. The second time he hits that B5 just on the downbeat, and that's it. And he's out. Cool, man. So I want you to work on identifying magic triangles on root 6 and root 5 for me. Then taking power chords and adding the octave to the power chord. And then lastly, taking a riff when I come around that's normally played with partial power chords, but we're going to play it with full power chords. And that way you can start getting those note names on the 4th string. All right, man. Looking forward to seeing you after my spring break. And let me know if you have any questions. Take care.